Hi everyone, it's Jess, aka Colouring Bumblebee, and I'm back today with another video for you. Today is going to be the next episode in my Rank and Rate series that I have just started on my channel, and I've absolutely loved seeing everyone else joining in. There's quite a few other colourists out there. I'm sure if you search Rank and Rate or Colouring Book Series Ranked, you will find plenty of videos out there to watch. But today I'm going to be ranking all of my Kerby Rosanes books, as well as highlighting my 5 favourite pages from each. I have 7 of his books. I particularly love the World series of books. I have one compilation, Morphia. Mythamorphia is the only Morphia book I have, and then his newest, Dark Fairy Tales. But I will start this video with my usual disclaimer. This is my personal rankings. It doesn't mean that one book is objectively better than the other. They are all stunning books, and I wouldn't have a book in my collection if I didn't like it. But these are my personal opinions and how I like to, themes that I like to colour and my favourites I would just like to share with you. So I will move these to the side and we will get into the 7th place book. So in 7th place I have Morphia. This is the one and only compilation book I have by Kerby. I decided to get this, it was my first Kerby book actually, just to kind of dip my toes in the water, see if I liked it, and I've coloured a fair few pages in here. I will give you a quick flip from the back here, and this contains pages from Morphia, Mythamorphia, Morphia. I've done this hair one, that was a lot of fun to colour. Morphia, which is a compilation of Morphia and Mythamorphia. I think that's it. I do have them listed at the front where they're from each page. I've done this Chinese dragon page, which I really had a lot of fun colouring that one. This nice spring-inspired jackalope page. Such a cute page, that one. I do have a few whips in here, like this rainbow dragon, these 2 dragon castles. I may return to them one day, I may not. This bear one. I did quite enjoy basing with water-based markers in these. I've done the Tutankhamun page. Really love how that one turned out and got the background prepared for that skull page. Done the Kraken. Again, a lot of fun, that page. I think I used Inktense on that one. Probably my favourite one I've done in here, this clock page. Really loved colouring the gold on that one. And that is everything. And then this book does have a few coloured examples at the front, which I absolutely adore looking at. Yes, Morphia, Mythamorphia, Geomorphia, and Phantomorphia this book contains. But coming into my 5 favourite pages from the book. First up, I have the anchor page. Just a disclaimer, I pick my 5 favourite uncoloured pages just so it's a bit different to what I've already coloured. So I have this anchor page. I think this is going to look lovely all coloured in, and will be nice to have a gold page next to a silver themed page for the anchor, I think. Lots of blue tones on that one. So I think that one is super cute. I have flagged this one with the crow or the raven. I particularly love the coloured illustration at the front of the book. I just think it's absolutely stunning with all these blues and purple tones. Just think they did an amazing job. And this page has always kind of caught my eye since getting the book. Then I have this double page fox. I just think the fox is super cute, and even though we've got these doodles here, a lot of them are kind of natural leaves, mushrooms, little animals. They kind of make sense with the fox, and I think it looked great with some limited colour palette. Lots of oranges, greens, purples. You can just see it coloured really lovely, and it being a lot of fun to colour. Then I have this unicorn double page spread. I picture this with a rainbow of roses for the main. I just think it looks like so much fun to colour, with a dark black background to contrast nicely with the whole page. But my favourite in this book is this double page jellyfish spread. I just fell in love with this when I first got the book. I just think the jellyfish with the flowers looks so cool. Again, the coloured image of this at the front of the book is just gorgeous. The pink and the blue for jellyfish with the different coloured leaves and flowers. I just love that, and I think I'd be quite inspired to colour it based on that, but it's a bit of a daunting page to me. We've got all the water for the background, but maybe one day I will get to this. And so that is Morphia, the book in 7th place by Kerby Rosanes. Next I've got Alien Worlds, and this is in 6th place just because the theme isn't my favourite. Alien creatures I find a bit challenging to colour. In fact, it wasn't for several months after this book had been released that I actually decided to add it to my collection. And that was because Candice over at Happy Catastrophe created a group that I just fell in love with. The idea of colouring this book in order, going through the different planets and picking a different colour scheme for each planet, and just really challenging myself to colour some slightly more challenging pages for me. And there are some absolutely gorgeous pages in this book that I cannot wait to get to. And flipping through it, picking out my favourite pages, it was a nice sort of surprise to sort of look through and see the other planets and go, oh, I'm looking forward to this one, not so looking forward to that one. Yeah, lots of pages to colour. I will flip through from the front here, as I have coloured it in order-ish. I've done this title page with lots of glitter gel pen, and I've used Inktense for this book so far. I've just really loved the challenge of using Inktense, and they've created beautiful results without any pencil shading on top. Got this page as a whip. I started it a few months ago. Had fun colouring all these different asteroid rocks to match the colour scheme of my planet. I just need to do a black background, colour the planet and this little moon up here, and the spaceship in this page will be done. I just need to get on with it. I've done the Lost Paradise landscape. I love looking back at this page. It did take me a long time to colour and figure out what colours I wanted to use. But as it was my first planet, I thought I'd go vaguely earth colours, but up the saturation and brightness. So we've got green grass, but it is a bright, vivid green, and pinks and blues and teals, and yeah, really love how that turned out. And I also have done the Solar Giant, which I kind of forgot that I did until I was flipping through the book, and I was like, oh yeah, I did do one of the animals here. But you can see I've got my colour combos saved, ready to colour the next few pages in this book. And we will go over my 5 favourite pages. So first up I have this one. I want to find what they are called, because Kerby has put a little, what he's called the astronaut's log at the back, and each of the pages have a name. So these are the speed demons, 2-headed, 6-winged speed demons, elaborate butterfly-like patterns on their wings and capable of near continuous flights. So I just think the wings look so beautiful to colour. And this is in the next planet, which is themed to air. And I'm kind of thinking like peach and yellow kind of colour scheme would look really nice on this one. So bringing that across to there will be a lot of fun. So that's my first favourite. Then I have this one, which is from the water themed planet. And this is called Aquatic Patrols. Advanced marine creatures patrol the seas in high-tech hover vessels controlled by their own nervous systems. So these are like kind of the police almost. I just think this creature in the globe with all this water around it. Just looks like a lot of fun. And considering I'm using Inktense, the water won't be quite as daunting to colour in as it would be with just pencils. So again, looking forward to getting to the water planet, which is after the air one. Then I have this one here, this really cool lava monster with the astronaut running away. It's just going to look great with lots of reds and oranges and browns, giving that real lava effect. And this is called the Volcanic Beast. Its huge rocky arms belch out clouds of fiery lava and toxic gases whenever it feels threatened. So you can see that there. Such a cool page. Then I have flagged this one of the alien creatures in the crystals. This is a very intimidating page, but I cannot wait to see it coloured one day. I think the crystal planet will have lots of pinks and purples and blues and kind of just my favourite colours because it is my favourite planet. I also love this one here with the kind of crystal monster, with almost like a kingdom on its back, but the one with the crystal inside its back is the alien inside the crystal is called Crystal Hibernation. Mysterious flying creatures spend this world's harsh winters hibernating. When the cool winds begin to blow, they expel a special gas around themselves which hardens and turns into a crystal. It's like such creative ideas for these alien creatures and planets that Kerby has created just out of his own mind. It's amazing. But my favourite page is this one. This page almost convinced me to buy the book originally because I loved it so much, and I think it's going to look amazing all coloured in with these like crystal fireflies. You've got a big portrait of the astronaut there, and what are these called? This is the World's Explorer. Insects with wings, patterned like stained glass and jewelled abdomens that glow at night, flutter amongst the planet's flora. An enchanting otherworldly experience. And again, I love the other page, so I really love this crystal planet and the creatures you have in it. This double page spread. But oh my gosh, look at that planet. Of flying into the crystal planet with all these crystals. But again, using Inktense should make it slightly easier for me, but still, that's going to be a challenge. But yeah, the crystal planet, if I had to pick one, is my favourite planet. Cannot wait to get that one done. Those are my favourites from Alien Worlds. In 5th place, I have Mythamorphia. This is my, well, other than the newest release, this is my latest Kerby book I added to my collection. I was on the fence for ages about this book because it's got a lot of the hidden objects and doodly bits and bobs like this page, but compared to the other Morphia books, this one isn't nearly as bad. I think this might be one of his later ones because you've got these stunning creatures like the unicorn that we had in Colour Morphia, with just the odd couple of little objects here and there that aren't quite so intimidating as some of the other Kerby books. And the longer I've looked at this book, the more I fell in love with it. I know this is a lot of people's favourites, but I just love the World series so much they had to be my top 5. But yeah, so many gorgeous pages in here, and I've only coloured the one, or one double page spread, 2 pages technically so far, because there's a few in here that I've coloured in Colour Morphia already, but this is the one I have done. This mushroom gnome forest, I based it with water-based markers, coloured with Artex and Inktense for the background, and yeah, absolutely love how it turned out. So much fun, and I am hoping to get another page done in here over the summer months. But let's go into my 5 favourite pages. First up, we have this stag. In fact, is it called the White Stag? He does name all of these at the back. The White Stag, yes. I just think this page is beautiful. I fell in love with it the first time I saw it. I'm a bit unsure about what I would want to do for a background. There is a lot of background, but I just love the stag with all the flowers and leaves on the branches that are his antlers. I think it's gorgeous. So that is a favourite for sure. Then I have these two Pegasuses, or Pegasus. I think the plural is Pegasus. I have these two Pegasus, and I've seen this coloured so many times in such beautiful ways, and I see them with blues and purples and pinks and having lots of fun blending colours for the spooky clouds, maybe a dark black a dark black background to make them really pop off the page. Yeah, I just can't wait to get that one coloured. I think it's such a pretty page. I have these two forest sprites. Again, lots of florals. I love the way Kerby draws his flowers and how it's like a jumbled mess of them, but can be coloured, and with a limited colour palette looks very cohesive. I don't know how I would want to colour these, if I'd want to maybe do contrasting colours for them. But this is a possible page that I flagged for colouring this summer. I do think it is really pretty though. I think I'd want to use Inktense or soft pastels for the background. Have a lot of fun with the flowers. Yeah, just so pretty. Then I love this double page spread of the wintry landscape with the Yeti. I see this with lots of blues and purples and deep greens for the trees. Lots of people have coloured this one and it looks amazing. Hopefully I'll get round to doing it for winter this year, / the next winter that we have coming up. End of this year, early next year, because it is an amazing double page spread. I think you would need to add lots of glitter to it as well, make it really sparkle shiny. But my favourite is this double page spread of the Fairy Wonderland page, as I like to call it, with these kind of like floating islands. The only thing that deters me from colouring this is the large amounts of background. Sometimes I think it looks a bit disjointed when you've got such like blank background with such detailed, it looks a bit odd. But one day I will figure it out. Maybe I could do some sort of like rainbow gradient, kind of sunsetty with soft pastels. I don't know, but it is my favourite page in the book. I will be saving it for quite some time, I think. But that is Mythamorphia, my 6th favourite Kerby book. Making the top 5 is Fragile World. And this book I have neglected so much. It's one of the books in my collection that I haven't coloured in for the longest time. It's up there. I think 2022 was the last time I coloured in it. And the reason I'm not drawn to this book as much as others is because of how realistic the animals are. I feel like there's less opportunities to be creative. Your creativity is in the background a lot of the time, which is my least favourite part of colouring a page. But I have had fun colouring some of them. Love this hamster page. Really, really love it. It's probably my favourite in the book, but I've already coloured it, so I've not flagged it in this video. But yeah, it's just... And flipping through, I was reminded of how much I love this book and how gorgeous it is, these animals, and how I really do need to come back to it. I think just with Kerby's other books, you have so much freedom and creativity to colour them whatever colours you like. Of course, you could colour a pink rhino if you wanted, but that's not for me. I mean, it does have trees growing out of him. It's not realistic, but I would want to colour it realistic colours and the trees realistic colours, and yeah. I've done this one, the jaguar. This took forever, the water, and I did so much white paint pen. I think I had enough after doing this. Was this the last page I coloured? Yeah, 2023, March, I think it was. And then I was like, I don't want to do anything else again. There are so many beautiful pages that I cannot wait to do. And flagging just 5 was really hard, actually. Like, I was so close to flagging this lemur page. I just think that is gorgeous. This is the other one I've done. This snow leopard. Really, really like how it turned out. It's a lot of greys, but it does look nice and striking with its blue eyes. And I wanted to do a purple background. In fact, some bits of purple kind of show through where I used a black paint pen over the top because I messed up the purple background. But the black is a nice contrast, so not too unhappy with it. But my 5 favourite pages in the book are this adorable little froggy one. I think they're so cute, and I've seen it coloured a lot, and I just love it. Love that page. Use lots of bright colours. And I suppose there's a bit more creativity you can have with the frogs, with the different kind of colours and species that there are. So that would be fun. Both of these pages are a favourite. Of course, I love the bee. I love any book with a bee, but this one is super beautiful with these delicate flowers on top. But again, I also love the butterfly with all the flowers and other little butterflies surrounding it. I think these would look absolutely amazing coloured next to each other with, I don't know, contrasting colours, complementary colours, not sure. This tiger is another favourite of mine. Just the boldness of the tiger with the orange and the black. And then a rainbow of butterflies I see this with. And then not sure what for the background, but another one of my absolute favourites. Then I do really love the turtle, which is the cover illustration. I really love the colours that Kerby used on this one, the blues and greens and yellows and oranges, kind of blended together. But I think this coral reef on its back is just so stunning. Under the sea themes aren't usually my favourite, but this is an exception because I just love it. But my favourite page that I haven't coloured is this otter one. I just love him. He is so cute, chilling with a little crab on its head. But I'm wanting to save this for until I've done several more pages in the book, just because it is a favourite. My dad's favourite animal are otters, so otters are always something I'm quite attracted to in books, and they're up there with my favourite animals for sure. These are my favourites in Fragile World, a much neglected book, but I am hoping to colour in it soon. So that's Fragile World. In 4th place, I have Mythic World, and this is a book that really grew on me over time. When I first got it, I was like, okay, and then the more and more I saw of it, and the more I saw coloured of it, the more I fell in love with it. I love mythical creatures, and the way Kerby draws them is just amazing. I do have this whip that I was hoping to finish for Mermaid, and I didn't get time to. It's still there waiting for me to finish. But I have done a few pages in this book, but still plenty left for me to do. But the reason why this is 3rd and not higher is because there are a few pages where I'm like, I don't know if I'll colour that. I've done the Rainbow Serpent, really loved colouring this. I had a great vision for it of a dark body with light underbelly and these kind of crystal-y bits all being different rainbow colours, and yeah, it just turned out exactly like I wanted it to. And I've also done the Cheroof, and I loosely followed a colour along by Karen at My Colourful Country Life because I love how hers turned out, and I really love how mine turned out as well. It's so striking, and using these colours is not something I often do, but looks great for this lava monster. Yeah, I just, watching Karen's completing this book and seeing her complete a book flip through just made me fall in love with it all that much more. And again, it was really hard picking just 5 favourite pages because there's so many I love. Another whip I have, the Bunyip. It's quite intimidating with this reflection in the water, but one day I'll get back to it. One day I will. I've done the Baba Yaga. That was a lot of fun, using some nice autumnal colours, and she really pops in the red. And then the other page I've done is the White Stag. Probably my favourite I've coloured so far in this book. I had a lot of fun playing with the light reflex in the water and on the stag itself, and really pleased with how it turned out. But that is a quick flip through of Mythic World. moving on to my 5 favourite pages. First up we have this one of the 3 Muses. I know some people don't like this page because it's got such tiny little flowers, but I just think it's stunning. And I've seen it coloured so beautifully with each of them being a different colour. And I just love the florals of it, and you've got some skulls and the clocks. It looks like a lot of fun to colour, and I would want to use gold metallic on the threads of life for them to really make them stand out. Another favourite is this one, the 4 Guardians, where you've got the tiger, the turtle, the phoenix and the dragon, kind of representing the 4 different elements, earth, fire, wind and water. Yeah, I just love this page, but don't know how I'd want to approach it, so saving that for a future time. Then I love this one. I believe it's called a Nokken. Yes, a Nokken. Not sure if that's the correct pronunciation, but it's this cool water spirit guy with all these bones in it, the swirling tide pool of the lily pads. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I'd want to colour him in lots of green tones. Just think he is amazing. Then I love this one of the moon rabbit. I was close to colouring this a year or so ago, and then I just didn't get around to it. I could picture it in reds, I could picture it in blues, I could picture it in purples. So many different ways to colour this page with this gorgeous moon shining in the background. I love that page. But my favourite in the book is this one of the Kappa. I just love this page. Cannot wait for the day that I finally get around to colouring this. Colouring him in some nice bright greens, adding a bit of pinky peachy tone in the background with a nice burst of yellow from the sun. I just can't wait to colour this one. I absolutely love this page. One of my favourite pages I haven't coloured in, which is a video on my channel. My 10 favourite pages I haven't coloured in. This is one of them. But that is my 3rd place book, Mythic World. In 2nd place, I have Worlds Within Worlds. For the longest time, this was my favourite Kerby book of all time, until something recently overtook it, which I'm sure you will have figured out what my favourite is by now. And I have coloured quite a few pages in here because it was one of my first Kerby books, and I just stuck straight in. Still plenty of pages still to colour. I have a whip in here still. I really do just need to get on and finish sooner rather than later. Done the Cobra Train. I just love the concept of this book. How you've got animals with different worlds within them. Little scenes of fantastical images. Giant flowers containing tiny funfairs. It's such a cool concept for a book. You could do a second one of this and it would also be amazing. Of different worlds within different worlds. That is probably my favourite I've done in the book so far. The space compass. Just loved colouring all that gold. But yeah, this stood the test of time for a while. I do have some pencils planned out for this. I've based a lot of it, shaded the sea serpent, and then just need to come and do the water and the buildings. I've shaded the rocks and then do a background. There's not much left to do, but has been sat as a whip for a long time. But there we go. Oh, and I've got this one as a whip where I started colouring some trees, started doing a bit of shading down here. I've got my colours there and didn't feel like doing anything else, but that's fine. Right, moving on to my 5 favourite pages. First one being this one of the waterfall bookcase. I see this with a rainbow of books. Having a lot of fun with the water. You've got a little boat down there as well. And yeah, just adore this book, this page. Have since I first got it. But again, want to save it because it is such a favourite of mine. This one I have wanted to colour for ages and ages. I just can envision it in some nice olivey greens, yellow background, natural tones for the houses, like a reddish brown for the ants, and I can just picture it coloured, and because of that it is a favourite. But I think the reason I didn't is because I've coloured this page and I've coloured the double page spread next to it, and I like to try and spread out my completed pages throughout the book as much as I can. I have this one of the gorgeous whales leaping out from the lily pads. Again, I've almost started this page a couple of times and then just hit a stall when it actually came to colouring it because it's so beautiful. You can use lots of greens for the lily pads, blues for the whales, pinky purples for the lotus flowers. Yeah, just a stunning page. This is very close to being my favourite in the book. Then I have this one of the unicorns and crystals trapped in the jar, in the cage, the rainbow coming in and all these hanging plants. Just love it. Another one I've been close to colouring and then just chickened out at the last minute. I've seen people do it where all the colour is in here and the outside is neutral. Don't know if I'd want to do that because I love colouring little terracotta pots, but I could do neutral in the fact that it's greens and browns and kind of drab, and then inside is rainbow, boom, and that would be a nice contrast. But my favourite page in the book is this one. I just love it, with all of these little terrariums with the windmills inside and the fields of flowers. You can have so much fun with colour here. The thing that deters me from it is the big background. What would I do for it? Not sure. But I think I would have a lot of fun colouring these individual terrariums and making them look fairly cohesive. But those are my favourites in Worlds Within Worlds, my second favourite Kerby book, and my most favourite, number one, Kerby Rosanes book is Dark Fairy Tales. If you know me at all, you know I love colouring fairy tales, and I love Kerby's art style. Put them together and you've got such a fun book theme. I've coloured a couple of pages already, which is great, and I'm kind of thinking of doing this as a personal project book where I try and colour a page a month, just myself. Sometimes they may be buddy colours, other times I'll just colour it alone and just working my way slowly through this book. I recently finished that last night to match my Snow White and Rose Red page. Love how they turned out. In fact, the Snow White and Rose Red page was my favourite page in the book, but I've already coloured it, so couldn't flag it again. For me, this book is like my upper limit of dark, gory, creepy colouring books. It's like just gory, just creepy enough that I can still colour it and enjoy it and love it. But I would love to colour every single page in here. I've done Rapunzel, and then hopefully soon I will get round to colouring the page next to it. Yeah, such a beautiful book. Moving on to my favourite pages. I have this one of The Little Mermaid. I love the perspective of this, where you've got her leading the prince off the cliff, and under the water you can see all of these evil mermaids and all their treasure that they've stolen, and the stormy ship. I just think it's such an amazing double page spread, and you can have lots of fun with different colours on it. Next favourite I have is this one, the Snow Queen spread. I think it's just so beautiful with all of the magical snowiness coming from her, from the Snow Queen's power. You've got the mountains, this swooping sort of carriage with wings, and I just think it's gorgeous and definitely one I want to colour in next winter season. Then I've got this one of Cinderella dancing with death. what a stunning page. I know a lot of people love this one, and I'm hoping to colour the pumpkin carriage next and then see if I can get this one done too, but it is a scary page. There's a lot of detail on this page, a lot of fine details, but I think it's going to look amazing all coloured in. Then I have this one here of Belle with the books in the library, and she is defeating them, and here you can see she has defeated the beast. But I love colouring books, so this is always going to be a favourite for mine. You've got a stained glass window in the background, Belle in this power pose. I just think it's awesome. But my favourite uncoloured page in this book is this double page spread of Dorothy defeating the Wicked Witch of the West. The East dies at the start with the house. Just had a mind blank then, but I see these with like some poppy fields, lots of green tones, the Emerald City. I love this double page spread. Cannot wait to get it coloured soon. I don't know when it will be, but one day I will get to this. But I could flag so many pages in this book that I just adore. Like this one of the Glass Mountain is amazing. Oh, the Sleeping Beauty one I was very close to picking, and the one with the 3 fairies. What's another one I loved? La Llorona and the red shoes at the start. The red shoes is here. Such a cool page. And Red Riding Hood, I love that one. And this wooden cabin. So many pages in this book. It was so hard to pick just 5, but those were the ones I picked for now. But there we have it. That is my favourite Kerby book of all time. Cannot wait to see what he comes up with next, because this was so creative and stunning for me. I hope he does some more kind of dark themes to his book. I could see dark being a new series. Dark fairy tales, dark legends, dark stories, playing around with a different twist on familiar tales. But that is the end of this video of me ranking and rating my 5 favourite pages from each of Kerby's books. I would love to hear in the comments, what are your top, or what is your ranking of your Kerby books? How many do you have? Do you have any? What's your favourite? I'd love to hear in the comments. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.